Look at this shit. Look at this fucking bullshit. I'm in the garage so I can be as loud as I want. Look at this fucking bullshit, right? So let me fucking explain what got me to this point. Because Redneck made me rant about Tsukihime. I'm not gonna read it out. He doesn't deserve the courtesy. Alright? This game fucking sucks. Every part of it. Every part of it is complete garbage, and I have been tortured for the past 2 hours. You could torture information out of someone with this fucking game. You could torture someone to give information to the CIA with this. Right? Let me explain to you why. Because every conversation in this fucking game takes as long as it possibly can. Every conversation is just characters waffling on forever, right? So listen, what finally made me break, it was a little bit before this, when Seal or Shield, whatever, the blue hair bitch walks up to the main character. And, the main character's like, oh, are you looking for someone? He's like, yeah, I'm looking for someone. In the second year because she's a third year. So she's going to the second year corridor and it's weird. Oh, it's so weird, you're in the second year corridor. And she's like, yeah, but, I'm looking for someone. The main character goes on this long fucking tangent that takes multiple paragraphs, mind you. Multiple paragraphs of, oh, yeah, well, there's no one in here. It's weird that you'd be here. He's like, oh, no, I wanted to talk to someone younger. So if you'd like, oh, and also I have these snacks. Do you want to share snacks with me? Main character. Oh, it's like, as soon as she appears on screen, I already know, right? It's so obvious that she wants to talk to the main character. You literally replace the conversation with, hey bitch, I want to talk to you. And the main character's like, yeah, okay, bitch, and then we don't have to have this entire 6 or 7 paragraph long thing of just them waffling on about nothing. That's every conversation. Every conversation is like this. I am not exaggerating. It's all of them. Every last conversation in this game is exactly like that. It's just people waffling on forever. And so right now we're at this room, right? And the main character is like, hey, or no, it's blue bitch going like, hey, I want to talk to you about your family, because you mentioned it earlier, because during the long cafeteria scene, where we spend 20 minutes clicking through dialogue boxes over a static background that's just a literal photo of a Japanese cafeteria. Got mixed up, alright? We're doing it, just this long, visually boring conversation in this cafeteria that goes on for 20 minutes. And, during that time, he, brought up his family, oh, yeah, it's an awkward point. And she's like, actually, I wanted to talk to you more about it. Even though this chapter begins with the main character monologuing about his family. We already know. So from the reader's perspective, we're just watching the main character slowly recap what we already know over the course of an entire chapter, as if that isn't the most boring thing imaginable. Why would I want to sit through that? Why am I being subjected to this? This is the worst thing ever. And it gets even worse because characters will say things and then the main character will literally say, oh, she must be like this type of person, or oh, she must mean this by that. And it's like, they just said it. I know. I have a functioning frontal lobe. I can tell what they meant by it. I don't need to be condescended to. What is this game? Why are all visual novels like this? Is this all of them? Is this literally every visual novel? This is my first one. I can't tell. Is this like an outlier? It's the stereotype around them. I hope this isn't all of them, because it's the worst thing ever. Half the dialogue doesn't even make sense, by the way, because the main character, right, during the lunch scene, right, he has this best friend who's annoying as fuck, by the way. I hate him, but the the main character's friend is like, hey, blue-haired girl that we met today, or I guess he met her before, but that the main character met today, essentially. He's like, hey, we're gonna have a private conversation. Well, you should leave. And the main character gets all uppity about this. He's like, oh no, you're being so rude to her. You're telling her to leave. And it's like, no, it's not being rude to her. He literally specified it's a private conversation. Like, how is that rude? And they continue to have a multiple paragraph long conversation about how, if she hates me for this, I'll just assume that role. And it's like, this is pointless. None of this even makes sense to begin with. But we don't need this. None of this meant anything. It has been an hour since anything meaningful has happened in this game. Why am I sitting through this? This is the worst thing I have ever seen. And on top of that, let me just turn up the volume. All the while, don't mind the Tokyo Crystal Mew. All the while, there's the most annoying, droning OST looping poorly in the background. There's like 5 seconds of silence every time it loops, and none of the songs are good. They're all annoying. They're all terrible. Listen to this. I have been listening to this off and on for the past hour. As people talk about things that none of this meant. I'm gonna turn down the volume again because you don't want to hear it either. Trust me, I've been listening to it for, like I said, the past hour. None of it means anything. This game sucks. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's the worst dialogue in anything I've ever read. None of this is good. Why would you subject me to this? Why am I playing this? Why am I being forced to do this? Apologize right now. Please, say you're sorry for making me play it. I demand you. This game sucks. The characters suck. The dialogue sucks. The dialogue sucks. You suck for making me play it. Everything sucks, and I'm going to kill myself. This is my suicide note. There's nothing left. This game has ruined me. Bye.